All right, what's up, y'all? Oh man, we're not even gonna start no countdown, okay? We're not even gonna start no countdown, okay? We're gonna go ahead on and get this show started. Let me send out the text. I have to get on the phone, talk to my people. Just got off of work, working 8 hours, putting money back into the show so we can hire some people because I said I need some help. I want to be able to create jobs. Okay. Want to be able to create jobs. So give me a second. We're talking about Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. Give me a second. We're talking about it today. So if you are triggered, then be triggered. I got my mug here. Can y'all see that? Don't mess up my bag. It's for sale. Get your mugs. I'm drinking ice cold water. All right. Not ordering out because my doctor don't want me to eat once, overnight and then going to bed. So I'm not ordering. I'm drinking water. They want more water intake. So I'm doing what I gotta do. Okay. Let me drink. Okay. Mm. So make sure y'all go and get y'all mugs. So I want to open up with something. So I want to say something. And we're gonna get into these topics. But I gotta say, I gotta get it off my chest. Men, if you are a man and if you have children, you should put away childish things. Let me explain. If you have a family, you supposed to work as a man. You supposed to get a job and work. That shouldn't be, I'm not going to do that. No, if you have children, you supposed to work. I gotta say this. Your woman shouldn't have to say the kids need this and the kids need that. No woman should have that. As a man, it should be in your DNA that if you have children, you supposed to provide for your children. That's the requirement of a man. You're supposed to be working, go to work. I don't understand. Like, I work, I got my own place, I pay my taxes, I pay my bills, pay my rent. I don't think that I should be living up on a woman. I can't even imagine that. I can't imagine me 31 years old living up on a woman. She paying my bills. She paying my car note. She paying my cell phone bill. She buying my drawers. She buying my socks. She paying my rent. I can't fathom that. Maybe because I have always been out here working and providing for myself, I just cannot see myself doing that. So if you are a man and you not working, shame on you. If your woman got to force you to go to child support, to force you to take care of your kids, shame on you. Shame. I speak to your shame. Because nobody should have to force you to be responsible. And this is why women, be careful who you marry. Be careful who you date. Make sure you are talking and dating a man that is a provider, a man that got his stuff together before you give him a cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love cookies. Yes, I love me some cookies, especially chocolate chip. especially peanut butter cookies. And I just worked 8 hours. Just worked 8 hours, and I'm back here working because YouTube is work as well. So I'm putting in a couple hours on YouTube. I want me a cookie after I get through working. So I'm going to appreciate that cookie because I worked all day. But it's so sad that it's a lot of brothers out here that don't want to work. It's no excuse out here. It's no excuse. I want to say this because we live, and I got to say it. I got to say it. Get out here and work. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with that. And we're going to get into the other topics. This is the Wiley Show. We're going to open up because a lot of y'all going to see this later. I just have to open up. It's nothing wrong. Get you a job to provide. I know it's a lot of people come at the women, but they really come at the men. I have to speak on that. If you living up on your woman, you are not a man. You're not a man. Now, you're just not a man. If your woman got to provide for you and you healthy. Now, I can understand if you hooked up to tubes. I can understand if you physically can't work. I could understand that. You just can't do it. But if you healthy and you can't, and you don't want to work, it's all up on the woman. You driving her car. Like, come on now, bro. I can't deal with that. All right. Well, let's go. I had to open up with that with a sermon. All right. So give me a quick second here. We live. Bear with me, you guys, because we gonna get into some topics here. And we're not gonna hold you long because dang, I ain't even got my charger. Hold on 1 second, you guys. Give me 1 second. Let me get my charger. Because we definitely gonna talk about it. Let me get my charger. Hold on, let me do the countdown and get my charger. Because this phone is about to die and I need my phone because my notes are in my phone. So bear with me. I had to turn the camera off. Bear with me. Let's get into it. We are live. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into another Wiley Show. We opened up with a good sermon, but we got to get into these topics today. Unfortunately, we lost an rapper, PnB Rock. Hope I'm saying his name right. Now, I don't know any of his music, but he's a rapper. And so apparently his girlfriend posted where they was at the Chicken and Waffles. And shortly after that, he was popped and they tried to rob him. Robbery, and they popped him. I saw the video. He was bleeding out. It was very unfortunate. So I put on my thinking cap. I'm like, what really happened? I'm trying to play detective here. I said, I do believe that girlfriend had something to do with it. I do believe that girlfriend had something to do with it because shortly after the man was popped, she deleted it off her Instagram story. I believe she set up her man. Another thing is the person to blame for this case is the rapper. He's partly to blame. And let me tell you why he's partly to blame. Because where was his security? Because once I become famous and I become rich, I'm going to have security. Okay? A lot of these rappers, unfortunately, not understanding that, they buy these big watches, they buy these chains, they buy all this expensive stuff. They try to go to the hood, they try to go to these regular neighborhoods, and they don't have security. You need to have armed security. You are not going to catch President Biden out in these streets without the Secret Service. So I'm not understanding that. I'm not understanding because I was Googling this stuff in LA. They was in the hood. There's no way in the world I'm going to be in the hood. I don't even stay in the hood in Dallas. Everybody say you should go to the hood. You get cheaper rent in the hood. I'm not going in the hood. I don't want to live in the hood. I have that mindset now, and I'm not even rich. So if I was rich, if I got racks on racks on racks, commas on commas on commas, you think that I'm about to go to the hood? No. I'm going to invest in the hood, invest in the infrastructure, but I'm not going to go there and eat. My income have gotten me out of that. So I'm going to go where the money resides. So it's really it's heartbreaking. I was hurt to see this. Another young rapper is gone. It does not make any sense. A lot of these rappers, they don't want to invest in security. I don't know if they think that people are going to not touch them. They think that they B-word proof. You need armed security. You're not going to catch Minister Farrakhan out here without security. So we must learn from that. Have security. I was telling churches, a lot of churches, I was saying this. I said, y'all shouldn't even let nobody in y'all church unless they get searched. We living in a different time now. So you must invest in security. I don't understand why you make it and you got money, you want to go to the hood. For what? You are going to get preyed upon. Going to the hood, people that ain't got no money are going to try to take your money. Why are you there? So that's what I'm not understanding. He was a good-looking guy. I think that we should stop posting our locations. Be smart. Unless you the president with 50, 60, 80 guards, you shouldn't post your location. I'm even learning that myself. You got to be careful walking these streets because I am a public figure. So be very careful. You here, you posting here, you posting there, posting there. So you got to be very cautious of that. So if you're making money, invest in some security. If you can buy you a BMW and some Gucci, you can hire you a couple of security guards. That's what I'm saying. So I was posting all over social media. I do blame that girlfriend. She needs to be investigated. I know me personally. I sent an email to the LAPD. I said, on y'all first suspect list, investigate the girlfriend. She should be a suspect to make sure that to see if she's going to get some insurance from him. Investigate the girlfriend. I sent an email. And they said, thank you, Mr. Wiley. We will look into it. I was like, thank you. Because I will send an email in a second. I've learned how to send emails when I was talking to Becky. I was dating this Becky, and she was a Karen because she would complain, but she would write letters. She would reach out to all the people. So I learned that from her. So I would reach out to the, chief of police, send letters, and reach out to their assistant, send letters. So I've learned that I'll always do that. I send letters in a second. I will send a letter. Now, it might be misspelled. It might be some misspelled words in that letter. The grammar might not be all the way right in that letter, but I sent it. It's the thought that counts. If I don't have my editor edit the letter, But that letter we did pretty good. I said it simple in big black bold letters. Investigate the girlfriend. So I was definitely reaching out to the DA. Shout out to the DA out there. And I told him, I said, when y'all catch those thugs that did that, give them a minimum of 95 years in prison. Minimum 95 years in prison. I reached out to the DA. They didn't even know who I was. I called the DA. I called them. I said, when y'all catch those thugs that did that to PnB Rock, give them 95 years. They said 95? Yes, 95 years. Because I don't think they have the D penalty in California. So I said 95 years. So I reached out to the DA in LA and I said, give them 95 years. I'm not playing. They better hope I never run for DA. Because just like in Chicago, they are now going to let criminals get out of jail for free without paying bail. So you're letting out all these criminals that are thugs, that are menace to society in their community. They're going to be getting out. The crime is going to be up in Chicago, in Illinois, particularly Chicago. So I had to call the governor, and I spoke to Lori Lightfoot. They put me on hold. I couldn't speak to Lori Lightfoot, couldn't speak to the governor. They said it's a waiting list to speak to the governor. So I said, okay. I said, why would you sign something like that? I said, because he signed that law, that Purge Act, that law, you all are going to get a Republican are going to be in office, because people are not going to fool with you and vote you back in office if you are allowing thugs to get out. So that's what I was doing today. So I was doing a lot of calling today. So that's why my phone was almost dead, because I was on the phone with a lot of people, and I know how to speak to people. I'll say, hello, yes, this is Mr. Wiley. I represent a media company of 3 million listeners, and I hope that you hear me, that with that law, that a Republican will get elected, because I 1000% disagree with you signing a law that will allow people to run the streets without them being on bail. So I don't play. You know, I don't play. I know people get mad at me coming out here and saying all this. I don't play. Okay. But I just had to say that thought. Now, back to what happened to PnB Rock. I am definitely praying for the family. It's really unfortunate. And I hope that artists learn from this. I said you could say anything about Cardi B and Nicki. They got armed security. I just can't go to Nicki Minaj's house. I would be arrested. And Nicki ain't going to be going to no hood without her security. She just ain't about to go to bed and breakfast without her security. Let's be real here. Okay? So that was going on. Then I was minding my own business. Gosh, I always do. I just mind my business. I don't bother a soul. But I keep getting tagged in this post. Is it still up? Because I done took the post down. I keep getting tagged, and I just keep getting tagged in this post of Tasha K and Larry Reid. You know, we broke the story that, you know, she was lying on Larry Reid. We cracked open the case. Larry Reid reached out to us personally, and we cracked open the case. And so Tasha K decided, before we get to that, we're going to pray for Jasmine because they saying Jasmine is in the hospital. So y'all pray for Jasmine. She's in a hospital. So pray. So after that, Tasha K decided to tag Larry Reid in a post, and it said, "What did I lie about? I'm confused. I don't care if you're gay. You ain't my N-word. However, don't say I'm lying." Larry Reid never said that he was gay. Tasha K painted that picture and she painted out that lie. Now, it's very disheartening that your employee is in the hospital getting surgery. I think she getting surgery. I heard it was getting her lips done, her butt done, a BBW, a BBL. I heard, but anyway, I heard she's getting a BBL. But anyway, let's just say she's in the hospital. Your employee to help you lie, get stories, and all of that. Tasha, why don't you get on the plane to go see your employee, Jasmine? Why don't you get on the plane to go see your employee in the hospital? If she's in the hospital like you claim, why don't you and the other employee get on the plane to go see your employee? You too busy trying to worry about Larry Reid and your employee in the hospital. Butt is leaking from a BBL, allegedly. Allegedly. I heard it was a BBL. But I just say she's in a hospital and it's serious. Then get on the plane and everything like that. I don't know to believe or not because Tasha K lies so much. I don't know if she even in the hospital. I ain't gonna believe it till I see it in the hospital room. I ain't gonna believe it till she go live and record her in that hospital room. I'm not gonna believe it. This could be all a lie for some clicks and views. Because Tasha K, she lies so much, I don't know to believe it. I don't know if to believe that or not. But I heard that Jasmine wanted a BBL. The doctors didn't do it right, so now she's somewhere leaking. So, and if she's in the hospital, she had my deepest sympathy. But I'm a comedian, so I'm gonna make a joke. The BBL leaking. That's what I heard. Somebody sent me a DM. They said she went to BBL and is leaking. I think they said that on they said that out there on the social media streets. I heard it somewhere on one of these streets. I heard it on Lipstick Alley. That's what I heard it on. Okay. All right. So we wish her well if she's really going through it. Now, that was that. Now let's fast forward to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. Lord have mercy. I was up all day looking at Nicki Minaj. This woman was tweeting nonstop. I think she has sent a minimum of 90 to 100 tweets on her Twitter. She was tweeting down. Oh, she was talking about this, talking about that. And finally, minding my own business like I always do, I go to Cardi B's Twitter because she have not blocked me. And Cardi B posted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. About 24 at signs. You know, when you at somebody, the at symbol. About 27 at symbols. I said, oh, Cardi B responded. Then Cardi B, she tweeted, "This ish is tiring, old, and redundant. I'm sorry. Same formula, different year, equal, start chaos, drama, and then promote they ish. I actually have a life outside of my house and Twitter. Until bees put a at on it, they talking to their mother. Bye. And I'm like this, and I said this. These are both of y'all not adding nobody. Because Cardi B, though you came out, you still didn't tag Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj, you did all this hoo-ha, you still didn't tag Cardi B and Bia and all them other women you talking about. Nicki Minaj is upset because Cardi B is dominating on the charts. She's upset about that. Cardi B is the most streamed artist. The BET Hip Hop Awards came out. She's the most nominated artist for the BET Hip Hop Awards. For Best Hip Hop Artist, Cardi B is nominated and not Nicki. So Nicki is upset that this woman, Cardi B, a stripper, is outdoing the woman that always be writing her rhymes. Because according to Nicki Minaj, she write her raps. So she are deserving of being number one because she write her raps. And a woman that, let's just say, for sake of argument, that don't write her raps are out selling the woman that pick up her notepad and write her raps. She's upset about that. Who cares that you write your raps? We don't care. We only care about if it's on the radio, is it a good song? Would it make me want to pop and dance, pop, lock, and drop it? We don't care that you write your raps. Okay? So stop with that. That does not make you greater because you write your raps. Is it a good record? Is it a song? Can I dance to it? Okay. Whitney Houston was one of the best vocalists ever. The woman never wrote any of her songs. Does it take it away from her talent? No. P. Diddy is one of the best people ever. Have he wrote his raps? No. Is he still rich? Yes. Who cares that Nicki Minaj? Who cares Cardi B don't write her raps? As long as she can speak 80% English and get a good beat, we good with it. That's what we talking about here. As long as she got good records that we can dance to as a consumer, that is what we appreciate. When I go to the store to buy records, or when I go on iTunes to buy records or listen to it on Apple Music because I have Apple Music, I don't go and say, well, damn, let me go and buy people records that write their raps. No, I'm going to buy the record that is a good record. I don't go on my Apple Music talking about, well, let me see who write their raps. No. So what? She speak about 75% English. It's good enough for me to dance to it. So, Nicki, I challenge you to put an address on it. If you can't put an address on it, you take your husband that's on the SO list. Y'all have several seats because he can't go nowhere. So y'all just got to sit in the house because he can't leave. He on house arrest. Okay? Have several seats. Take you and your husband that's on the SO list. Have several seats because you ain't big and bad. Because if you that big and bad, put an address on it. Name names. I shouldn't have to see like who she talk about. Put an address on it. Okay? Because Cardi B ain't scared of you. She ran up on you. And I don't care all that you gonna sue. Who gives a darn? That, who cares? It's civil court. Y'all acting like this is criminal court. Who cares if she sued? Who gives a darn? Sue me so I can go to court so I can be around you and all that. I'm going to go live. Who gives a darn? That does not scare me because you want to sue. You ain't going to sue nobody. Have several seats, ma'am. Who gives a darn? It's civil court. It ain't criminal. What they going to repossess? My boogers? What they going to repossess from Wiley? My glass eye? What they going to repossess from Wiley? My peg leg? What are you going to repossess? You are wasting. I wish that she would try to sue me. You're wasting your time and your precious resources. Because what are you going to get? One of my glass eye, my peg leg, my Walmart draws. Like, what are you going to gain from that? Who gives a darn? She does that to bait her fans. Oh, Wiley need to get some. Who cares? That does not scare me. I'm going to be right up in that courthouse. I'm going to be like, Your Honor, I am a commentator and I got bipolar. And I'm here. I'll answer every question. I'm going to represent myself. I'm going to have fun in that courthouse. Okay? So I'm not afraid of no lawsuit. Who gives a darn? Okay? What they going to get? My Goodwill t-shirts? Come on, ma'am. You're wasting your time. You need to stop talking about shout out to the Barbs. Y'all sent me all this evidence. I'm gonna sue. Man, please get somewhere and sit down. You need to humble yourself. You ain't gonna sue. I want to see you sue. Okay. All right. Thank you. What you gonna get? Cause I ain't gonna do no more raise money for my legal defense fund and y'all gonna give because I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna be around Nicki Minaj selling pictures. So I'm gonna be right there. Hey, doing press conferences, everything. That's the wrong thing to do because I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna go to TMZ. Oh, baby, I'm showing up in my nice Goodwill suit. I'm gonna go to the Goodwill and get me a nice beige suit. Then on Tuesday, I'm gonna get me a ruby red suit. And I love baby blue. I'm gonna go get them baby blue shoes that's at the Goodwill right now. I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna dress. I'm gonna have fun. That ain't gonna do nothing but take the Wiley Show to the next level. That ain't gonna do nothing but take the Wiley Show to the next level. I'm gonna get the media. I'm gonna be all that. Ain't gonna do nothing but take the Wiley Show to the next level, and we gonna get sponsorships. That ain't gonna scare me because you gonna sue me. Who cares? Even Jason Lee said he don't care if he gets sued. Who cares? It's civil court. Who cares? We're gonna have a cameraman out there. It's gonna be good. That's gonna be some good entertainment. Anyway, well, she said she gonna sue. They didn't put my name on the list because I'm a comedian. What you gonna sue me for me giving commentary? So I'm gonna do that. But thank you all so very much. Do y'all want me to open up the phone lines? I can open up the phone lines. Wiley, just like all the other apps, wanted attention, clicks and views. Congrats on being a follower. I am on here for clicks and views. Miss Pink, can I say something to you, Miss Pink? Every time I click on this YouTube channel, I do it for clicks and views. Okay? And even if I didn't have a channel, I talk to myself and the 14 other voices in my head. So I'm here to entertain you. And this is for clicks and views. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. Okay? And people say I'm a flip-flopper. Who cares? That does not bother me. You can say I'm a flip-flopper all day. Because it's the Wiley Show, and I'm going to give my opinion. All right, so we're going to open up the phone lines. For the Tasha K and Larry Reid T, y'all missed it. Because y'all got here late. Let me go ahead and put the number on here because y'all ain't on the text list. All the people that's in here that's late didn't get the notifications. We got a text list that we pay for. All right, and it's free. All right, you can text Wiley to 888-534-4939. It is free to do. 888-534-4939. It is free. All you got to do is text Wiley in the text box, Wiley, to that number. and you would never miss another live. Okay, thank you all so very much, and I want to say I appreciate y'all for that support. Now I'm going to open up the phone lines because I know y'all want the phone lines open up, so I'm going to open up the phone lines. Y'all bear with me. Okay, we definitely going to open up the lines. All right, I'm fired up, and let me tell y'all something. In my cup is water. Okay, I don't drink no alcohol. The last time I drank some alcohol when I was in Vegas. When I'm in Dallas, I'm sober. I don't drink in Dallas unless I'm at an event or something, I have not been in an event in Dallas. So last time I drank was in Vegas. In my mug is water. Okay, is water. I'm actually funny. I don't need liquor to be funny. All right. So it's something else that I want to say, but bear with me, you guys, because something else I want to talk about, and then we're gonna open up the phone line. All right. Bear with me. Hold on 1 second. All right. I do want to say congratulations to Kyle from the neighborhood talk. He is verified. Wish him well. Congratulations, bro. He deserved it. This man was so depressed and hurt that he got fired, and look at him now. So you may get fired, but look at the blessings that you have now. You own your own company. Now the neighborhood talk can compete with the Shade Room and these other top leading media companies, the TMZ and stuff like that. So we wish you a young black man doing it. And I wish him well. And I always encourage Kyle, keep going. He encouraged me. He always tell me, talk about celebrities, talk about them. And I thank him for that. Good guy. He came on our show a couple of times. Good guy. He posted us on the neighborhood talk. Good guy. When one door closed, another door opened. Good guy. I remember when I got fired from my job, I was at a job and I had some Popeyes chicken because I always order some chicken. I love chicken. Order me a good old 2-piece and a biscuit. Went to work. I was limping. Went to work, and they said, they want to see you, Mr. Wiley. I said, yes, ma'am. And I thought they was giving me a promotion. I said, oh, I'm getting me a promotion now. Man, I had chicken grease and all the crumbs all in my mouth. Had to get it off my mouth. And I'm thinking I'm about to get a promotion. Walked in that office. That white woman said to me in a soft, subtle voice, we're going to have to let you go. I was hurt. I got back on that bus. I cried. They fired me. I was crying like a baby. I lost my job. I never knew that I would be entertaining 400 people in the middle of the night. When one door closes, another door open. I cried like a baby. Oh, they fired me. A Jehovah's Witness had to encourage me on that bus. And now look at me now. I have a show and I reach thousands of people every single day. And they promoted me to that curbs. I cried like a baby. But now we are here today. So though you have tough times, just keep on. Joy comes in the morning. All right. So we're gonna open up the phone lines, and we're gonna open up the phone lines. I don't know if y'all want to call in. We had a Jehovah's Witness, all right, and came through. We're gonna open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. I do want to say, special shout out to the moderators that's in the house. I think I see Tosh. Oh my gosh, in here. Is she in here? Who else are the moderators? Y'all let me know if you're in here. Say hello so I don't miss you. I think she's the only moderator in here tonight. She hanging on with Brother Wiley. So we're gonna open up the phone. Okay, we're gonna open up the phone lines. Yeah, Paul. Be on for about a few more minutes. Nope, don't want no chicken. Nope. Good. Just run me some hot bath water. Cause I want to get in the bath and I want to make me feel. Then yeah, I don't want I don't want no chicken. I don't want no chicken. I'm on a diet. I'm on a diet. Thank you for all you do. And also, we want to send Jasmine some flowers. Want to send her some flowers and some and a card. Want to send her some flowers and a card. You write something really nice. Put a good scripture in the card, and I'll put my signature on it. Thank you. All right. We about to open up these phone lines. Okay. Make sure y'all get y'all mugs. I'm on my weight loss journey. I'm trying to lose 70 pounds in 2 months. Last time I said that, y'all was so mad. Somebody said, you can't lose 70 pounds in 2 months. I'm just talking. I want to lose weight. I'm just giving out a number, you guys. I want to lose weight. All right. I know I'm not going to be able to lose 70 pounds in 2 months. That's too much and too soon. I want to lose 20 pounds in 2 months. Is that
Your
okay?
show now, press 1 to hear important.
Your show is scheduled to start in 13 seconds.
Okay.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
I could do 40 in 2 months. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm going to the store and buy me some water because I had accidentally drunk me like a Sprite at work. I'm like, damn. And then my person like, bring some water to work. So I gotta go buy me some water. So we asking all of the people, if you want to donate to the show, you can hit the cash app so I can give me some water. I want to get some fruits and stuff to help healthy stuff. And we will go to the grocery store and live stream us buying the stuff. So you know your money is going to our weight loss journey. Okay, well, we get some fruits, and so we can get some water, and so we get some protein and all of that. So if you want to be a blessing to us, you can definitely hit the cash app. I want some water. I want cases of water because I just want water. All right. We thank you so very much for that way because I want to start bringing water in there. And so we definitely on this weight loss journey. I'm starting today. So if you want to contribute to that so we can get the water and stuff like that, and we will live stream you. We will live stream myself going there and getting it as well. All right. So we got the phone lines open up. Okay, here we go. Is this Nicki Minaj?
Wiley, I understand that you're mad that Nicki hasn't responded to your voice notes, but there's no reason to be lying on her like that. When has Cardi ever outsold Nicki? Because the last time I checked, Hot-ish flopped. And she tried to release a remix trying to copy Nicki's Roman, and it flopped. So how is she outselling? Outselling where?
For me,
not at the festival, because she flopped there too.
Well, for me, where I look at it, Hot-ish is doing really good on radio. Every time I tune in and go out and take care of my business, I'm hearing Hot-ish on the radio. Her Spotify, hundreds of millions of people. She's the most streamed artist on Spotify, so that says something. And she's doing great. Do you think that Nicki Minaj should publicly address Cardi B by naming her by name?
No, because she's doing this to get PR. That's what all this is. This is my issue. All you bloggers are doing this thing that Nicki wants you to do. This is all her plan. This is all PR. She wants you to talk about it so she could promote her Queen Radio app and the Queen's Mix. That's all it is. She shouldn't put a name on it because Cardi has been subbing her for years and she hasn't put a name on it. She's been arguing with Nicki's fans. But yet she still won't come with the person that she has beef with. But you want Nicki to respond to Cardi.
I think that they should respond. Because my thing is just, if you so bad, I'm from the old school. If I feel some type of way, I don't sub. And that's something that Cardi B said. She said, I don't sub. I ain't Jerry. You know, Jerry from Subway. Don't sub. Put an address on it. If you the queen, if you got something to say to me, don't sub me. Put an address on it. Because Cardi B will slaughter Nicki Minaj in a versus or when it comes to bars if they get into a beef and start throwing shots in music. Cardi B will will
I
gather
know you
Nicki
did not
Minaj
just say that.
together. Yes, I said it.
Boy, bye. You didn't have this energy when Cardi was arguing with Nicki's fans and stalking Nicki about her husband. Like, stop playing games, man. Like, you are a flip-flopper, Wiley. Just pick a side already. Like, this is my issue.
Let me tell you.
Hold on.
Can I say this? Can I say this part? You say this. Pick a side. I'm a grown man. I don't have to pick a side. Why should I have to pick a side?
Don't be getting mad at Nicki and then liking her the next day.
I'm not mad at Nicki at all. I'm just giving my opinion. I think that Nicki Minaj is mad that Cardi B is out here selling and that she got this competition and serious competition out here, and that's why she's creating all this chaos. Cardi B don't have to create all this chaos like that and have to do radio shows in the middle of the night chewing ice. Cardi B don't have to do that to sell. She just sell authentically off her talent.
But the last time I checked, Atlantic ain't pushing for her no more. They're pushing Lizzo. And besides, why would Nicki is making money off of Cardi, just like she did when they had their beef. So why would she try to mess that up? Cardi's making Nicki a whole lot of money.
Well, for me, I think that Cardi B is doing excellent thing, and her album is definitely going to outsell, Nicki Minaj album. I think it's going to be straight fire, and it is what it is. I'm the type of person I like. Let me also say this: I'm a fan of both. I listen to both, but I think that Nicki behavior is so sad for a woman to say she's the queen. I never see Beyonce doing this type of behavior on Twitter. She's not even on Twitter and still sell. She don't have to create all this chaos to sell a record. Nicki Minaj needs to grow up, and her fans need to grow up, because all of this is making Nicki Minaj look bad. And at the end of the day, Nicki Minaj, you can't even take your husband out for a good dinner date with your son, with your child. He can't go out in the public. He's on house arrest. That's like so sad. Like, what if you can't even, your husband can't even drop your son off at school? Like, it's like that should be the focus here. And she the queen. Like, real queens don't respond to people that's beneath him. Like, that's just like when Queen Elizabeth was alive. She didn't go subbing on Twitter. Oh, let me tell you something, India. Let me tell you something, Russia. Let me tell you something, Africa. Like, no, like, that doesn't exist. Like, I just think like Nicki just needs to get it together. Like, I'm not understanding that. Nicki, get in that kitchen, and when are you raising your son? Like, you got all this energy. When are you being a mother? Because you always on the internet creating all this chaos. And if you got this energy, why don't you just go on tour is what I'm saying. Use that energy and go on tour.
So you're saying that Nicki can't be human?
I think
she has feelings too. And
she had feelings
for her. You cannot deny
she had feelings, but all this talking about somebody wants to do voodoo. Who wanted to do voodoo? Did nobody want to do no voodoo on Nicki Minaj. She lied out her behind. Who wanted to do voodoo on her? Where's the receipts? Did she post the receipts of who wanted to do voodoo? I want to see the receipts. Who wants to do voodoo? Like, she say this stuff to gaslight the fans, and it works. And I get on the show, and I'm like, Nicki is blowing up all this smoke. She's talking about, oh yeah, I'm about to really say something on my show, and didn't say nothing. She didn't name drop not one artist, and she know when she sub, her fans gonna do all of this, and I get it. If you have to do all this to sell records, then that's fine. But Beyonce don't have to do that, and she's the queen. Lauryn Hill doesn't have to do that. Who else is out here? Lotto doesn't have to do that. Doja Cat doesn't have to do that. Megan Thee Stallion doesn't have to do that. But yet, Nicki Minaj is supposed to be the queen, and yet she got to create chaos to sell a record. And it's not even going to sell that great. Like, come on now. Get somewhere and sit down. And her radio show is low budget. It's really low budget, her radio show. It's very low budget. It's like she's on an app and have to take phone calls on the speakerphone. Like, come on. What are we saying here? Like she was in the studio and had the Bluetooth speaker hooked up for her side effects, and she tried to sync it through her phone, and it wasn't even, it sounded like she was underwater. That's what I'm saying. I still, if Nicki Minaj drop a record today, I would still listen to the record. I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj. But am I a fan of some of her actions that she's doing on her channel? No.
But if Nicki's all these things, why does these females still want to collab with her, want to feature from her?
I think that people,
but not from Cardi.
I think
not
that
from Megan.
I think, and they do want to do a feature with Cardi B, and Cardi B have refused a lot of features as well. I think that people want to do a feature with Nicki Minaj because she's been in the business for 15 years and she's still relevant 15 years later. I just think that Nicki Minaj putting it out there as though like no other artists are asking for a feature. Yes, other artists get features requests daily. You're not the only one that get people that want to do a feature with. Drake get requests, Jay-Z get requests, Kanye get requests, Cardi get requests. So you're not so special because you're getting people to line up to do a feature. Like other artists get people all day get asked to get on a song. So that doesn't make her so special. Like it doesn't. That's what she don't understand. That's what she doesn't understand. Like she paints this picture that I'm the victim here. But yet, the way how she did Lil' Kim will go down in history as the worst. And Lil' Kim said something I will never forget. She said it years ago. I'm gonna restream it and do a whole dialogue on it. Not right now, but she did an interview with the Breakfast Club, and she said Nicki Minaj wanted to be the only one. Those words ring true so much because look how Nicki Minaj is acting with the rest of these female artists. She wants to be the only one out here. Newsflash, Nicki Minaj, you are not going to be the only one. It's going to be more women are coming up, and your fans one day are going to move on to somebody else. That's a fact. You're not going to always have these fans. They're going to grow up and move on to another artist. It's going to happen. It is what it is. You're not going to always be on top of it. There's more women out here. And so that is what I'm saying. And if you don't want to believe that, something wrong with you. It is what it is. She want to be the only one. And you ain't going to be the only one because there's more women. And they coming. And there's more coming. And they
and Nicki's not denying that. She meant, but don't be acting like like those features weren't beneficial with for Nicki as well. Nicki goes with the artists that are popping. She knows this. She knows that she's gonna retire one day and someone else is gonna take the crown. But right now, she is the queen. Point blank. Period. And I know you ain't talking about Lil' Kim. When Megan just left Lil' Kim to dry, she did not come to Kim's defense at all. So don't try to bring up Lil' Kim because I'm
gonna always bring up Lil' Kim because if it wasn't for Lil' Kim, it wouldn't be no Nicki. And that's a fact.
And if it wasn't for Nicki, there would be no Megan or Cardi.
And that's true.
Or all these other things.
And with that being said, take credit and say, okay, this is it. But you ain't gotta throw shots at these other female artists coming up. You're almost in your 40s. These artists is in their 20s.
But it's okay for them to throw shots at her?
I don't really see them throwing shots at her. They're not really subbing her. Show me the evidence of them tagging her and throwing shots. Other than Erica Banks saying, oh, you have these artists on here and they're not really talented. Erica put a name on it. But please show me the evidence of these other artists tagging Nicki Minaj's name. I want to see the evidence. Where's the evidence?
Where did Nicki tag Megan and Cardi's name?
No, but when I'm saying, when I'm saying is, it doesn't make any sense. Like if you feel like people are coming at you, then Nicki should respond and put an address on it, so we know who you're talking about. But then when people put an address on it for the fans, she said, "Oh no, I didn't call Corey or Olive Oil. I'm not talking about her." But then who the hell are you talking about? Is what I'm trying to say. Like this ain't you can fool these fans because they're so in love with Nicki. With me, I'm like, put address on it. Eventually it gets boring when you just put, oh yeah, you deflect and you don't put an address. Like put address on who you talking about. Put address on it. That's all I want to know. Well,
But
thank
the
you.
funny thing is that you don't have this energy for all the other women that came at her first. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if that I don't know if they came I don't know if they came at her first.
I
I didn't see an artist that said voodoo. Megan Thee Stallion said that she didn't tell Nicki Minaj to drink alcohol and all that type of stuff like that. Like Nicki knows what she's doing, and she haven't shown no receipt. So, but thank you so very much for calling
Didn't
me.
Cardi's sister call Nicki a crackhead?
You said what?
Didn't Cardi's sister call Nicki a crackhead and that she was doing coke?
That's Cardi's sister. Cardi's sister is not an artist. Did Cardi B say that?
Yeah,
like
but
my thing is this: did Cardi say that? Her sister can say whatever. I'm not worried about what her sister said.
She sure supports it.
I want to see if Cardi B put it out there and tag Nicki Minaj and say those things. Then we can have, okay, I see your point. But her sister saying that, who cares? That's her sister. Who that's her sister. But thank you. I'm gonna go to the next caller.
Thank you, Wiley.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, who put an address on it? All right, let me get these callers. Okay. 1753, caller, you on the air.
Good night, Wiley. How are you?
Doing good.
Good. Just make sure that, when you go ahead and you buy your healthy food, make sure you're also working out, right? It's losing weight is 80% diet and 20% being active.
Oh yeah, we definitely gonna being active. I already got me a partner and we doing some things. We may even do OnlyFans. That's some exercise right there.
Maybe you should. Listen, I'll tune in for the OnlyFans.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? And make sure you hold yourself accountable. So.
Yes, we're doing OnlyFans. We're definitely doing OnlyFans. But yes, I want to hear about it.
You are so fake.
Yes.
You know what?
I'm not fake.
Because,
I'm not fake. I put an address on it. Like if I was fake and then put an address on it, you can say I'm fake. You can say I'm a flip flopper because sometimes I'm on Nicki's side, sometimes I'm not on her side. She flip flops on issues as well. So that's all I have to say about it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That is true, but I kind of feel like we need to be having that energy for Cardi because didn't Cardi have the audacity to dox a YouTuber? Like she never put a name on Nicki, but she always put a name on YouTubers, calling them out, putting their pictures out there. But she wouldn't dare dox Nicki. Like I feel like we need to keep that energy for Cardi. Like if you know what I'm saying. So that's just how I feel about it. Also, I feel like Nicki Minaj's show is not low budget. I mean, we could say the same thing about Joe Budden's show in the basement being low budget. Like, I just kind of feel like you're not trying to give Nicki her flowers, and she's doing a lot.
I would say her show on Apple Music was better production than the Amazon. I don't know if you noticed, it was totally different. The callers, it was different. It was just different, and it was better. The Amazon, that ain't nothing like, that's just a station head. You know what I'm saying? But when she was on Apple, it is the truth. It's a station head because it was echoing. You had to mute. It's station head, like literally, it was echoing and everything.
That's okay.
But the Apple Music production was better. When she went over there to Amazon, that ain't number station. It was echoing. Oh, make sure you call in. Then she bringing the callers on speakerphone. That's low budget. You know that's low. Now, I can understand if she was on my level. I can understand if she was on Wiley level. But she rich. You shouldn't be low budget. You rich. Give me some production. You the queen. That's just like Oprah Winfrey doing a show on her iPhone. And taking Gayle King on the speakerphone. Speak up, Gayle. They can't hear you. Hello? Like, no, come on, bro. Y'all know that. Y'all know that stuff is low budget. Y'all know it's low budget. Y'all still gonna support. But my thing is that she talking like she got this grand production, Breakfast Club production. It's low budget. It's ratchet is what she doing. I never seen Oprah Winfrey beefing with Ricky Lake. Let me tell you something, TV hosts. I ain't obligated to come on your show. I'm the queen. You don't see that. Do y'all understand? Like, if she was the queen, she would annoy all that stuff. I never seen Oprah Winfrey. This is the truth. Y'all don't understand. I never come on y'all show. I'm the queen. I'm not obligated to give you ratings. Like, come on. I never seen Oprah. If Oprah would do that, I would literally I would cry. I would go to the. I would cry.
But hold up. First of all, Oprah be taking two weeks to teach. I ain't even gonna go on Oprah because that's a whole nother separate conversation. The point is that she don't have to go on nobody else's show. She made her own, whether it's low budget or not. She doesn't have to go on anybody's show. And honestly, people get clout off dissing Nicki, and you know that.
I get that. And I understand that. But when would Nicki understand not to respond to the noise? And for me, and for me,
hold on a second.
like to not to respond to the noise and say, okay, I'm the queen, I'm above it. Because one thing about Beyonce, we talk a lot of trash. People talk a lot of trash about Beyonce. I never see her run to Twitter.
Beyonce's in R&B.
Run to Twitter. And let's be clear. Okay, it's rap. Then put it in some music. I want you to trash Cardi B in music by naming her name, trash her. We know who you're talking about. The same way that Remy Ma came at Nicki Minaj. I want Cardi B gone in the studio. Since y'all want to just go ahead at it in the music and release albums.
I agree. They doing, put some bars behind it.
They doing all this and no albums. Nicki ain't on tour. Cardi's not on tour. Like y'all doing all this talking, like I'm ready to go to a concert. Like if you got all this energy to go back and forth on social media, come on, Nicki Minaj. If you got energy to chew ice and do a radio show, go on tour.
But wasn't she just at a Young Money concert? Like she was.
I'm talking, but I understand. I'm talking about her go on tour, get a Vegas residency like Usher. Nicki Minaj is at that caliber. She the queen. She write her own raps. So go to Vegas and get a residency and perform and make some money. But all this energy you got,
Nicki is making money. How about we tell Cardi to drop another album?
I get that. Both of them need to drop albums. But I think Nicki is waiting on Cardi and Cardi is waiting on Nicki. They both watch each other, and it's so sad. It's so sad. Now watch. When Nicki drop an album, Cardi gonna drop it. Just watch how they can do. They both waiting on each other, and it's I'm here for it, and I'm gonna buy both of them albums, and we're gonna talk about both of those albums. Just like when Cardi B released an album, where did Nicki Minaj say, "I got an album called Queen"? Like, come on, honey. Like, y'all didn't see that. Queen coming out soon. Queen, she had an album coming out quick because Cardi came on her album, then she came on Queen. Just watch when Cardi come out album, Nicki gonna come out with an album. Just watch.
Cardi is not coming out with no album. I'm gonna keep it above. Cardi is not coming out with no album.
Well, for me,
it's already gonna be in the trash.
I think that with Cardi B, unfortunately, due to her gang banging lifestyle, she got legal issues to address. And so, if I was Cardi, yes, I would take care of the legal issues first before I jump and do an album. Because she got serious.
Well, she should have thought about that before. It's too late for that now.
But she wasn't thinking. She wasn't thinking at all because she had the Tasha. Then now she got the guy with the mixtape, with the graphic mixtape, that lawsuit, and then she got the lawsuit with the women. I guess she wanted to beat up the women or got people to beat up the women. So she got a lot of stuff that she's dealing with. So we'll see how that's gonna go.
But Cardi B's ratchet. I'm not surprised. Cardi B's ratchet.
That's why I like her.
I'll be watching from the sidelines.
Okay.
Thank you. Nicki, I do think that Nicki kind of like take things overboard. Like she was talking about Garcelle's son. But yeah, one more thing. The PnB Rock is like really sad, and I do think that his girlfriend got something to do with it. Because I'm from New York, and girls set up people all the time. But I just hope they look into her. I told the LAPD. I sent an email. I said, y'all look into that girlfriend. It is. And when they catch her, like in the video, I didn't even see her nowhere in the video. Like, so I saw the video. I wish I didn't see it because honestly,
I saw the video too. I saw it.
Like, he took his last breath.
I saw it, and he was screaming. Okay. And nobody.
And like not only that, I feel like people need to be medically trained. They were moving him.
They weren't medically trained. They not medically trained. It's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? At least me, I would have tried to find the wound and try to apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, those people were medical. They in the hood, child. They on food stamps. Most of the people's on food stamps on Section 8. They ain't they on food stamps. They on food stamps. Eat on food stamps. Dealing with Pookie. I gotta go to the strip club.
You probably right. You probably right.
They on food stamps. They don't know anything about the exit room, CPR, Don't breathe it to him because
They didn't know
bringing.
nothing when it was moving him. I'm
They,
like,
they
first
were
of all,
just
like, why
they
you
were
dragging his
they were
body
just
like
they
that?
were just moving him and recording and stuff like we are in that type of generation. You're not dealing with a generation that giving life-saving type of procedures now. They will go live. It's just unfortunate. They will go live and record. It is what it is. That's the type.
That's true,
That's
but I
what we're
mean, I
dealing
guess
with
we're
now.
kind of so desensitized to it. You know what I'm saying? But
We're
hopefully, you look into the girlfriend because I don't know why she dropped the
I got her
the
digits
address,
too,
but
and I
not
know
her
it's
first
too
time.
early. I got her digits. I said, if you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here. I did DM her that, and somebody got mad. I said, is it too early? I'm like, if she need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here. She's good looking.
It's not too early. It was first of all, it was too early for her to even be showing the little waffle spot. It was too early for that. She didn't even wait till they leave. So no, it's not too early to message her. Maybe she might come on. I need to hear from her mouth, like, what happened? Why she did that? Who was it? Because she was there. She not saying nothing.
Yes, I hear you right there. Thank you so very much, sister, for calling in.
All right, take care, Wiley.
Thank
Bye,
you.
chat.
All right, bye-bye. All right, let me bring your sister on. Voice in New York. You are live on the air. Voice in New York. I'm sorry, 9867. Voice in New York. You there? All right, we're gonna go to the next caller. 9717.
Hey Wiley, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Yeah. Hello?
Hold on, 9717. Let me get voice on first, and then I'm gonna come to you. All right, voice, you live.
Yeah, sorry, Wally. Yeah, so Wally, I see you on your little flip-flopping, gapping your chops as always. You then say, oh, Nicki Minaj is not the queen, Lil' Kim is the queen. I just want to ask you, what made Lil' Kim a queen? Because from what I can see from Nicki, compared to Lil' Kim, yes, did Lil' Kim became the Barbie? Yes, but she got it from Mattel as a Barbie. So if anything, Lil' Kim is copied off a white woman named Barbara Millicent, who was made by white people and capitalize on that, but not to the true magnitude the way Nicki has done it. So Barbie doesn't belong to Nicki, and it doesn't belong to Lil' Kim. It belongs to Mattel Barbie or Barbara Millicent. Also, Wally, when it comes to Lil' Kim, Nicki didn't steal nothing from Lil' Kim. Her style is very different as far as her raps. Her lyrics is very different. Nicki came with the personality for every time she rapped. Lil' Kim just came with hardcore bars. And let's not act like the reason why Lil' Kim was popping back in the days was because of her relationship with Biggie and because she was with Young not Young Money. She was with oh my God. I forgot the name, but it's some type of money type of stuff. Junior Money or whatever case.
Oh, Junior, you talking about Junior Mafia.
Her.
She was with Junior Mafia.
Yeah, Junior Mafia. I'm like, wait, why am I talking about Cash Money? Thank you. And I'm from Brooklyn, my bad. But yeah, so what do you mean? She caught, she bow down, blah, 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 blah. Listen, everyone does LeBron bow down to Kobe? No, he doesn't. What LeBron did is utilize what Kobe was, capitalized it, and made his own lane. That's why
did LeBron
Kobe
James
Kobe,
ever did the LeBron James ever go on Twitter to sub tweet Kobe Bryant?
And subtweet who?
Kobe Bryant. Did he ever, when he was coming up, did he ever like go on Twitter and subtweet? I'm the best basketball player and all this. Y'all need to understand. I'm not obligated to players. Have you ever done that?
Well, why? I don't understand. Why can't you believe in yourself?
It's nothing wrong with believing yourself, but my thing is just,
why does it bother people to say that you're the best?
It's not that does not bother me. But when you're so upset with other artists, why do you have to always give out your grievances on Twitter and you're just such the queen? Like, I never see Beyonce do this. Like, I never see Jay-Z go on Twitter and just give out his grievances. Now, they had beat, they put it in the bars and all that. I do believe that they need to go to the studio and do the music because as a consumer, I want to consume that. I want to consume that music, and you're saying that you're the best and all of this. You putting names on it. Who did voodoo on her? Who do you think did voodoo on her? Was it Cardi?
Who you think did voodoo on her?
Voodoo. She said somebody tried to do voodoo on
I
her.
think it's Cardi because I'm assuming it's something with the Spanish, sometimes some type of, in my opinion,
Y'all
like
know,
some
y'all know
Listen,
Nicki
listen,
Minaj just
Obia
made
is
that up.
real. People do Obia all the time.
Where
We call
is
that
the
Obia
proof?
culture.
Like,
People
I
do
understand
Let
it, but
me
where's
tell you what. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you how Obia. Okay, so in Jamaican culture, depending on what it is, right? Like sometime when the babies are born or whatever, we will tie like a red string around the baby wrist for spirit. And anytime you move into a house, what do people do? They sage and bless the place.
But
Now,
my thing is
maybe it's
this: where's
because
the proof of this? Do you think that she just made that up? Like she got evidence? Do you think she got tangible evidence that somebody tried to do voodoo on her? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, no one will walk around and say they do voodoo because honestly, although voodoo is acceptable in a lot of culture, there's a negative connotation. Voodoo was used by certain,
Baby, that ain't
certain religious groups.
that ain't nothing but.
Why would someone tell them? Why would someone tell you? Okay, if a woman want to tie down a man, okay, we call that that means like hold a man or whatever, right? And then she put her special spaghetti sauce. Do you want to know she put her special spaghetti sauce on you?
No. My thing is this: I do
you.
believe that Nicki Minaj has been listening to a lot of Tasha K and the lies, and she just spewing it out. I do believe that Nicki Minaj is battling with her karma. She does not want to end up like Lil' Kim, like having her fans abandon her.
She will never end like Lil' Kim.
I get it, but Lil' Kim said something, and I just cannot get it out of my mind. She said that Nicki Minaj wanted to be the only one. She said that years ago, and then also Lil' Kim said she wanted to change up her style. That Nicki Minaj wasn't rapping like that, but once she heard Lil' Kim's style, she changed up her style. And so you hearing all this stuff, and then you fast forward years today, and you see how she struggled with competition with other female artists. It makes you wonder: was Lil' Kim telling the truth in that Breakfast Club interview? Because if we're gonna believe Nicki Minaj, somebody wants to do voodoo on her, okay? Did Lil' Kim tell the truth about Nicki Minaj those years ago? Because now with this coming up now in 2022, it makes you wonder: was Lil' Kim telling the truth years ago about Nicki? So that's what about her wanting to be the only female artist, her wanting to not want to work with other artists, and having the jealousy of her not wanting to speak to Lil' Kim. Was that true? And if all those things was true, then Nicki Minaj got to deal with her karma, where people are turning their neck up and their nose up at her. If it is true, then Nicki Minaj got to deal with her karma, that people turning their nose up, not appreciating of her being a legend. I'm just saying. I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering on that, and I don't know if we would ever know the truth on that because we wasn't there in those rooms.
Lil' Kim was hating on Nicki Minaj. Well, first off, Wiley, the Queens and Almara SMB. Okay, SMB. Don't tell me to be quiet for SMB. If you're from New York, you know what SMB means. But anyway, back to the programming. When it comes to Nicki Minaj, I feel like Nicki Minaj has every reason to be the one and only. Anyone wants to be the GOAT. Anytime, and this is the problem. Why it's okay for men to have this type of ego, but it's not okay for women to be the best or want to be the one and only.
Okay.
Like I don't get it. Why everyone is
I don't think that's a problem at all. I just say, hey, just put it in music, put an address on it. I'm gonna continue to tweet Cardi B. I'm gonna tell her to put Nicki Minaj's name up.
Doing the same thing, Wiley.
I say the same. If you check my Twitter, I said you put a name on it, Cardi. I put it on Twitter. I'm gonna say it until they block me. And if they block me, I go on my Fufu account, and I'm gonna continue to say it because both of them ain't putting a name on it, and I'm gonna continue to say it. So. What's your closing remarks? I'm gonna give to these other two callers, but go ahead. I want to make sure you get your thoughts.
Ironically, Nicki talked about PnB Rock, right? And she was saying that condolences to his family, and that like why would someone put his address up there? So everyone is coming at Nicki because they felt like Nicki is kind of like attacking his girlfriend. But let's be real, Wiley. Why would you put an address? This is the problem with social media. You don't and people don't have street sense. Anytime you go on places, you don't put that you're at that place right then and there. What you do is you put it after you leave the place, and then you say you're there. Especially if a week before he already had people following him when he went to the LA store with the same girlfriend. I don't know if you saw that interview with Academics, which is really crazy. And Wally, I think Nicki Minaj felt the type of way that maybe she wasn't invited to Beyonce's birthday party, because who wants an SO husband over at Beyonce? You know what I'm saying? Remember, Beyonce had her birthday party and Nicki was not there at all. And they came at Nicki Minaj today about how she wants to see Ariel Mermaid with Papa Bear. And someone said, girl, you can't even go to the theater with your husband, so you ain't going to be seeing nobody. That's all I have to say, Wally. And good show as always.
Thank you so very much for
Have a good
your
night.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right. We down to 2 more callers. 9717, you're live on air.
Hey, Wally, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
I gotta say, I'm not really a fan of Cardi B or really Nicki Minaj, but I do appreciate Nicki Minaj as an artist. You know, I don't really see how you can consider Cardi B an artist, since she doesn't really create her art. You know, someone else pens it for her and then she raps it. So it is a little unfair to, you know, kind of compare the two. But I do feel like Nicki Minaj might feel a way about Cardi B for the same reason Jay-Z secretly feels a way about Kanye West. You know, look at Jay-Z. He became a billionaire. He put in so much work. He had so much deals before he could actually reach that Billy mark. Kanye West now comes up with Yeezy, puts out a couple of sneakers, and he's worth 6 times what Jay-Z's worth. I feel like Nicki put up, she put in a lot of work with the come up DVDs and all that stuff. And, she was in the era when people actually had real albums. You had to go purchase an album. You had to work your CDs. And I feel like the way you can really gauge the difference between Nicki and Cardi's success is based on the pure sales. And I believe you're missing that, because you have to you can't really look at Cardi B's songs on the radio. The radio is, it's the radio. It's all politics. It's whatever, who pays the most money, they get the most spins on the radio. But the people that are actually purchasing the songs, when you look at the pure sales and you look at Nicki's numbers with her number ones and, whatever plaque she receives, those are actual sales, actual people purchasing the music, enjoying the music. It's not bots streaming the music. So I believe that's one of the biggest differences. I think you're missing that when you compare the two.
Well, for me,
you know what I'm saying?
Whitney Houston went down in history as one of the greatest singers, right? She didn't write none of her hits. All of those hits, somebody wrote it. So would she not be considered an artist because someone else wrote her records? James Brown will go down. He didn't write he didn't write all of his records. Michael Jackson had writers. P. Diddy had writers. If you don't think a lot of these rappers don't have writers, you are sadly mistaken. So just because she write her music does not dwindle or make Cardi B less than. As long as it's a hit, it's a hit. Cardi B got number 1 hits. Cardi B got a Grammy. So, I mean, she got accolades, and we can't diminish that.
That's not really hip hop, though. That's not really hip hop.
But most of Nicki Minaj's greatest hits was pop music. It wasn't hip hop. What made Nicki Minaj a mega superstar wasn't the hip hop records. It was the pop records. If you go and research her catalog, most of the pop records made her a mega star. It was not the hip hop records. And she got blamed, and people started to look at her as not being a hip hop artist. Like, you have all these pop records. Even Funk Flex even called out. And what did she do? She won and married a SO gang member, to get her street cred back.
Oh, well, listen, I don't know about her husband. Clearly, she knew the guy before we all did, and clearly she knows
And
something
even
we
when
don't.
even when I check Nicki Minaj, you know, as her writers, I check on Queen, I check on all of her albums. Pink Friday, you see nothing but writers. Writers, you see the writers on it. It don't just say "Oh Nicki Minaj." It say this person, say boom, 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 boom. She have writers on there, so she ain't writing her song 100%. She have help because you could just check the credits. You see her have writers on her songs, just like any other artists have writers on their songs. So let's not act like she's writing all these songs 100%. That's a lie, and she's lying to you if you believe that.
Wally, I'm not saying that Nicki is writing everything 100%. Everyone has help, but there's a difference with having some help and actually having everything being written for you.
It's not really a difference because the average. Do you think? Let's be honest.
No,
Do you
there is a
consumer?
difference, and you can't really
Do you think it's a consumer care about who write the record to buy the song? They gonna buy the song because it's a hot record. That's a small majority of y'all worried about who write the record. You don't care. You just want to know who. It's a hot record. Do you go to the club and be like, I ain't gonna dance to this record because he ain't write the song, so I'm not gonna dance to that record. Like, come on, bro. You know you're not doing that.
Wally, listen, this is how you actually get, supporters, and you get people who love you because they invest into your art. They believe in you as an artist. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yes, on the grand scale of things, in hip hop today, you don't really have to write, all your work. But that's the reason why Nicki has actual fans, real fans, and not just bots. You get what I'm saying? Look at Cardi B's streaming numbers. Look at her radio numbers. They're through the roof. But look at her pure sales numbers of people who are actually purchasing the music. It's just not there, Wiley. There's a disconnect. And that's because she's somebody that they made. And I think Nicki might be right. And it's not just Nicki. I think it's not just Cardi. I think it's a couple of the other girls, too.
Cardi B Pure Sales is doing her debut album. So that's the only album, her first and only album. So really well.
So how can you even compare that to,
But Nicki been in the business. That's like Nicki been in the business for 15 years. So of course she should have more fans. She's been in the business for 20 years. And you comparing somebody that been in the business for 5 years, you can't compare the two like that. But with the small amount of time that Cardi B been in the business, she's now neck and neck with Nicki Minaj, and that's just facts. In my humble opinion,
it's a different time, though. It's a different time.
I know it's a different time, but Nicki Minaj,
you don't need a single fan. You really don't need a single fan. You just need radio play and to put on the right streaming.
And that's just how it is. Even Nicki Minaj is doing streaming a lot because at one point she talked against people that's on TikTok. Now she's embracing TikTok. So even herself had to embrace the change with the times. We're not in the 90s anymore. We're not in the early 2000s. We are in the OnlyFans digital generation. This is the TikTok generation. So it's totally different than when we were coming up buying music.
And let me just make one more point, and that's it. Wiley, you have what, roughly 28,000 subscribers, right? Tasha K has what, maybe 1 million?
Mm-hmm.
If you make a statement today and Tasha K makes the same statement, who gets the most reaction? She does, right?
Absolutely.
So this is why people pay attention to what Nicki says. It doesn't mean that the other female artists are not subbing her. It's just, it falls on deaf ears. Not much people are hearing.
Well, Cardi B haven't really been responding like that.
Comments on anything.
Megan have not been responding like that. Both of them have not been responding, like going on the Twitter rant. They have been radio side. They released. They
happening right now. They stubbing, I'm sure, man.
I don't think so. I don't see the evidence of that.
They all doing it. Trust me.
I don't really
Nicki's
see
not
that
just crazy.
as that.
Acting up
I
for
just
no
think that
reason.
Nicki
They all doing
Minaj.
it. It's the female stuff.
Okay, but we shall see. But I'm glad that we had this dialogue. And if Nicki and Cardi release an album today, who you buying first? I mean, who you gonna support if both of them release today? If they just drop a surprise album, is you gonna buy both or you gonna pick one?
I'll tell you what. I might not even listen to it, but I support the actual artist, which is Nicki, because I know for a fact that she created the work. That's the difference.
Okay. So you said you gonna support Nicki, but you gotta buy her album.
Hey, listen, we gotta protect the art, man. That's how I look at it. You can't just let everybody just come in there and just say whatever, record whatever, and you give it 1 million views, you give them a Grammy. I mean, come on, look how much people got Grammys now. Think about it. They're handing them shit out for free.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for calling in.
All right, Wally, you have a good night, brother.
All right, thank you. All right, we got Anonymous, you live on the air. Anonymous, you live on the air. All right, there we go. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. We greatly appreciate it. Want to send a special love to the moderators. Thank y'all so very much for coming through. Thank you all so very much. I think I see Tasha, my gosh, Renee. Thank you for coming on and supporting us tonight. Y'all can catch this in the replay. Give me a second here. Y'all can catch us in a replay if you missed it. Thank y'all so very much. And so with all the Rod came along after Super Freaky Girl, everybody pressed over Cardi B. Yeah, a lot of people are pressed over her. Thank y'all so very much. Who you support, Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? Comment below. Cardi B, before we go, who do you support? Cardi, if you support Cardi B, type Cardi B. If you support Nicki Minaj, type Nicki Minaj. Who do you support? Type Cardi B or type Nicki Minaj. Who do you support? Type Cardi B or type Nicki Minaj. Comment in the chat. Who do you support? Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? Or both. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or both. Oh, man. Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or both. Or both. All right. Thank y'all so very much for tuning into the Wiley Show. We greatly appreciate it. We will see y'all in the next episode. Thank y'all so very much. Make sure y'all comment and subscribe. Peace.